गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಾ? ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇರ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ. ದೆನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ರೀಡ್ ಔಟ್.
ನರಾಣಾಂ ಪಾಲಕೋ ನೃಪಃ. King is the protector of the people.
Okay. A king is a protector of, or a king is a protector of people. Okay.
Samudrasya jalam lavanam. The water of the sea is saline.
Correct.
Salty or
saline. Okay.
Devasya prasadena jivami. I live by the favor of God.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
Okay.
Shastranam tattvam prajno bodhati.
Just a minute. I don't know what I have translated. While I am telling, I tell, but later nobody gives me notes, so I'll miss it. Nane barkondu itkondre. By the grace. Okay, grace of God.
Shastranam tattvam prajno
bodhati.
Wise man understands.
A wise man.
A wise man understands the truth of the Shastras.
Okay. The truth of the Shastras, correct.
The Shastras. Veerayor yuddham bhavati. Veerayoho yuddham bhavati. A battle takes place between two warriors.
Takes place, yeah. Or there is, simply. Takes place is also correct, nothing wrong. A simple translation is bhavati means is, there is. There is a battle between two warriors. Yuddham bhavati, there is a war. There is a battle between two warriors. Okay.
Varinam nidhirudadihi. The ocean is a store of water.
Correct. Or store of water is an ocean. A store of water. A store of water. Waters is waters. That's a way of telling. Okay, that's a Sanskrit expression. Is an ocean. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Asaneshu upavishanti. Asaneshu upavishanti.
Both are asaneshu upavishanti. You have not made any difference.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
When you combine.
Asaneshu upavishanti. Asaneshu upavishanti.
You are not making any difference. Asaneshu upavishanti. Asaneshu upavishanti. Both are same.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
When you split. When you join.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
Both are same. I don't. But you never pronounce dirghas. I don't know. There is something wrong with you.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
Asaneshu upavishanti. Why asane shupavi? Why break it there? First you say asaneshu upavishanti. You break it. Second time asane shupavishanti. Why the second breaking? This thing. Asaneshu upavishanti. Asaneshu upavishanti. That should be the one. Asaneshu upavishanti अथवा आसनेषु उपविशन्ति.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
Asane, that why break there is no word. Asane word is not there. Asaneshu upavishanti.
Asaneshu upavishanti. Asaneshu upavishanti.
Adu.
Asaneshu upavishanti.
Like that.
They sit on the seats.
Correct.
Girehe shikaradvrishah patati. Girehe shikaradvrishah patati. Girehe shikarat vrishah patati. A bullock falls from the top of the mountain.
Correct. A bullock falls from the top of a mountain. So shikharad, Panchami here. Shikharat from the top. Vrishah patati. Okay. Shikharat, ta changes to da. That's because soft consonant. Hard changes to soft.
Kasare kamalan.
Again, you long as a short and short as a long. You always, this is the biggest defect. So far I have seen it. Everywhere the same mistake. Kasare, what is kasare? Read out again.
कासारे कमलान् निर्भवन्ति. कासारे कमलानि उद्भवन्ति. Lotuses are born in a lake.
Correct.
Gajanam yutham charati. A herd of elephants walks.
Moves. Charati is moving or walking. Is wandering around. Is moving around. A group of elephants, a herd of elephants is going around, walking around, moving around. Okay.
Grishme suryasya prakashaschendo bhavati.
Sandhi vichcheda.
Grishme suryasya prakashah chendah bhavati.
Grishme suryasya prakashah chandah bhavati. Like that. Okay.
The light of sun is fierce in the summer. Correct.
Yeah, the light of sun is fierce in the star. That's an English expression. We don't call light, we call it atapa.
Atapa.
That bisilu. Okay. Suryasya prakashah. The light of the sun is fierce. Or what he told, other word he gave, fierce ke?
Fierce, hot.
He told hot.
Hot and fierce.
Hot. The sunlight is a hot. Correct. Correct, hot. The light of the sun
is hot
during summer. The light of the sun during summer is very hot. Is hot. Chandaha. Okay.
Varnanam brahmana.
See, the light is a chanda light. For the rising sun has got a komala light. It is a chandaha, that is a komala. Or we say ugraha. Ugraha, ujjwalaha, komalaha. Komala prakashaha. And it is a chanda prakashaha. Chandrasya komala prakashaha. Suryasya chandaha. Chanda prakashaha, komala prakasha. Certain words, common words have to be learnt vocabulary. Then only expression becomes easy. Certain routine words should come. Of course, the scholars know many more, but at least as a common man, enough language to be able to speak. Those common words should be there. But the scholars have got many ways of the same idea they can express in different ways. They can describe and express different. That's a great scholar. Of course, that requires extra practice. We may not have, if one is interested, one can go definitely, but at least basic words one must have. Okay.
Varnanam brahmana shreshtaha. Brahmana is superior of the varnas.
Among of the varnas, among the varnas. Correct.
Among agbitre saptami.
Also no, shashti also can be used. Shashti also can be used for among and saptami. Both can be used.
Okay.
Among, you can note down. Among can be used both for shashti and saptami. In can't be used. See, in on cannot be used for shashti. In on is exclusively saptami. But among is a common for both shashti and saptami. This you note down. I think, see, I did not say that. I think if somebody, I don't know where my notes sit. I think I may forget again. Because this is what I have to write. In the notes I told, I dictated all the notes, they took away, they never gave me. So this is my problem. I think I should have brought my book. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ವರ್ಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ
ಸಪ್ತಮಿ.
ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಷಷ್ಠಿ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಸಪ್ತಮಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ತೆಲುಗಿನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತೆಲುಗು ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಟು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ದೆನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್. ಸಿ, ಇನ್ ಷಷ್ಠಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ ಕಿನ್ ಕುನ್ ಯೊಕ್ಕ. ಕಿನ್ ಕುನ್ ಯೊಕ್ಕ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅವರ. ನೀವು ಷಷ್ಠಿಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ? ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅವರಿಗೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಚತುರ್ಥಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ನೋ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡು ಇಸ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಅವರ ಅವರ ಅವರದ್ದು ಅವರಿಗೂ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪೊಸೆಸಿವ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸೇ ಸಿ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ದೆನ್ ಅದು 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 ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನ್ನುವುದು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಷಷ್ಠಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಮನದು ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕಂ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಮಾಸ್ ಬುಕ್. ಇದಂ ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕಂ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಮಾಸ್ ಬುಕ್. ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕವು ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಷಷ್ಠಿ ಚತುರ್ಥಿ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಷಷ್ಠಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ವೆನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ಷಷ್ಠಿಯೇ. ನೀವು ಷಷ್ಠಿ ಕೂವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಚತುರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಷಷ್ಠಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂ ಇದೆ, ಷಷ್ಠಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು. ದ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಪೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಷಷ್ಠಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್. ಐಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ಪ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಾನೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಲೇಟರ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದ್ದುಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಪಾಠ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಊಟ ತಿನ್ನುವಾಗ ಪಲ್ಯ ಅದು ಎರಡೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ತಿಂತೀವಿ ಹೊರತು ಅದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಮೊದಲು ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೀತೇನು, ನಂತರ ಪಲ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟು ಹುಳಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಡುವೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೊಂದಲ್ಲ. Because when we are, language is in a living, grammar book is artificial, language is a living. When we are learning, reading the lessons, there alone the difficulties, mistakes come. There alone we should explain. All ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿವೆ? ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವಾಗಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವಾಗಲೇ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಏನೋ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಬುಕ್ಕಿಶ್, more artificial living rather than actual living. Writing a book separately is an artificial. Language ಕಲಿಯುವಾಗಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. ಸೊ possessing and belonging. See, belonging ಚತುರ್ಥಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. See, possessing, belonging. It belongs to him. How do you translate in Kannada?
ಇದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು.
ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ಚತುರ್ಥಿಯ ಪಂಚಮಿ ಷಷ್ಠಿಯ?
ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ, ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ ಚತುರ್ಥಿ.
ನೋ, ಚತುರ್ಥಿ is for ಚತುರ್ಥಿ is for, it doesn't work, it is a ಷಷ್ಠಿ only. So ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು is a ಷಷ್ಠಿ. Therefore ಅವರ, it is his. ಅಲ್ಲವೇ? It is his.
ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಷಷ್ಠಿ.
It is his. It is his when you say it is a ಷಷ್ಠಿ. Therefore possessing and belonging. He possesses, he has, Rama has, let us say.
ಇದು ಅವರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ.
How do you say ಚತುರ್ಥಿ?
ಷಷ್ಠಿ. ಅವರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ.
ರಾಮಾಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕ you can't say. ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ಪುಸ್ತಕ. So Rama has, possesses, Rama possesses a book. Or if you talk from the side of the book, this book belongs to Rama. This book belongs or pertains, belongs or pertains, pertains are synonymous words. Pertains to Rama. In both the ಷಷ್ಠಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ. Therefore, in Telugu we have a kin kun. Avaradu. ಅವರದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ಅವರ ಯೊಕ್ಕ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ನೀವು ಅವರಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಯೊಕ್ಕ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅಲೋನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಸಿ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಲೋನ್ ಷಷ್ಠಿ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. In generally when you say inside the room, in the room, or in person, on when you say in general for singulars we use saptami only. In, on, saptami only. When you say among them, out of them, let's say okay, among or out of, among them or out of them. Out of the 10 people, 2 people have come. When you say out of the 2, out of the 10 only 2 people have passed. Out of them when you say in this sense, among them or out of them, in this sense both Shashti and Saptami can be used.
Both Shashti and
Saptami can be used. Have you read Bhagavad Gita? 10th chapter. Naranam cha Bhagavad Gita ne bodale. Naranam cha naradhipam. I am a king among the human beings. Among the Shashti he says Naranam.
Among the.
So for among these people this, among these people this, among these people you say, you can see continuously in the entire 10th chapter Shashti Saptami both are used. One plus Shashti, one plus Saptami, one plus Shashti, one plus Saptami, both are used. But only Shashti plural only. See Shashti plural only. See Shashti plural only. For among and out of them Shashti Saptami plural is used. For in, on, upon, only Saptami, only 7th. For in, on, upon, only 7th case is used. When you are telling simply, separately, on the book, in the book, pustake, only Saptami, you can't use Shashti. Shashti in case of possessing and belonging. But only when you say plural, among this many, out of them, among them, there either Shashti or Saptami. That's why I told these things, he didn't teach so subtle things. Unless you learn subtle, you don't get the clarity of the language. You won't be able to use the word correctly. So these subtle differences have to be taught. Naranam palako nrupaha. Here now, we see Naranam palako nrupaha, when he say, he is out of the men, he is not telling. Protector of the men, not out of the men. See, here the protector of the men. Shashti Saptami Vibhakti, of the men or out of them, of the men. Belonging to. Of means belonging to, or what did he say? Possessing or belonging. Then among also. For among both Shashti Saptami. Here you see Shastranam Tattvam off only. Samudrasya is off only. Possessing only. Devasya Prasadena of Deva. Grace of Deva. Samudrasya Jalanam, water of sea. Or Shastranam Tattvam, the Tattvam of the Shastras. Then Virayor Yuddham Bhavati. See here, there is a war between here. When Dvivachana, see, among is used for many. Between is used for Dvivachana. Okay, between is expressed by Dvivachana. Dual. Between Saptami. What you can Dvivachana Saptami Dvivachana. 7th dual. See between them. Virayor. So no, there is a war between them, there is a war of them. Then if you say of them Shashti. See, there is a war between them means what? War of the two, there is a battle of the two warriors. There is a battle of the two warriors.
Senayor
Bhayor Madhye, like that. So Shashti. It can be Shashti also. When you say of in the sense of pertaining to them or beginning to them, then 6th can be used. Uhayor madhye, in the middle of the two. Of means Shashti. Of means Shashti we are using here. Okay. So, okay. Varinam nidhi, this again belonging to. Means a nidhi store of water.
Of water.
But asaneshu, here upon. Upon the seats. So, Saptam is clear. But asaneshu ekamanaya, bring one out of the many asanas. Asaneshu ekam, one among the many. There among comes. Here asaneshu means upon the asanas. On the asanas. Girehe Shikarad Vrishapatati, this is Panchami only. Girehe Shashti. Of Giri. Shikara of the Giri. Okay. Kasare Kamalani. In the lake. In the lake. Then Gajanam Yutham means a herd of elephants. Here again. Grish Suryasya Prakasha. Again of. Varnanam Brahmana Shreshta. See here it is among the. See Varnanam Madhye. Among the Varnas. Out of the Varnas, Brahmana is a Shreshta. In the Brahmana is the best among the Varnas.
So, can it be Varneshu Brahmana Shreshta?
Oh, yes.
It is
among can be, for among you can use it correct. This also you have done. It can be used both. Yes, this is very good. You have reminded me. Good. In the notes, we have to write like that's why I told in the guide, there is no teacher, probably. I don't know whether teachers explain, all the teachers may not explain this many detail. They'll simply correct your notes and then just go on. But we have to explain. In this explanation, we have to add all this in a guide. So, Varnanam, Brahmana Shreshtaha, Varneshu also. Varnanam or Varneshu. Varnanam Brahmano Guruhu. Say here you see. Varnanam Brahmano Guruhu means Brahmana, Guru of all Varnas. Two things are there. Brahmana is a Guru of all Varnas, or Brahmana among the Varnas. Brahmana Varna alone is Guru. Varnanam Brahmano Guru. Like that. So it is Varnanam Brahmana Shreshtaha. So among the Varnas, Varneshu, you can use Varneshu or Varnanam Madhye. Varnanam, if you say Varnanam Madhye. Varnanam Madhye means among the Varnas. Then Varneshu means among the Varnas. That's directly. Varnanam Madhye Brahmana Shreshtaha.
Brahmana is the best among the Varnas.
Correct. Varneshu Saptami also can be used here. Okay. Next.
Rishinam Vachanam Pramanam.
Here belonging to. Of Rishi.
Of
Rishi. So,
statement of the sages is an authority.
Words
or
sayings. Statement becomes a little too technical. Words of Rishis. Words of Rishis is authority. Words of Rishi is authority. Okay. Or a valid means of knowledge. If you go by our own English, that's a old English. Valid means of knowledge. Pramanam is valid means of knowledge. Valid means of knowledge. Pramanam. Where did it is that? Pramanam. Means of knowledge. Okay.
Shatanam Charitam Garhyam. The way of life of rogues is censurable. A way of life and character.
Way of life, character. Character means the behavior. The behavior of rogues is censurable. Correct.
Kavayo Lokeshu Viranam Paratkraman Prathayanti. Poets publish the valors of the warriors in the worlds.
Correct. In the world. Lakeshu Loka, it means the same thing. In the world. Means among the people. In the world or among. Loka is people also. In the world or among the people. They publish it among the people. Or they publish in the world. Publish means popularize it. Prathayanti is publish. Publishing means popularizing. Means make it well known. Isn't it? Popularize means to make it well known. Okay. Hare
Pustakam Kwasti.
Sandhya.
Hare Pustakam Kwa Asti.
Correct.
O Hari, where is the book?
Correct. See, this is Sambodhana Vibhakti. Hare
Hare.
is first time has come.
Ah.
Hare, we are addressing it. Pustakam Kwa Asti, where is the book?
Where is the book?
Okay.
Nagare Jana Vasanti. People dwell in the town.
Correct. Nagare, in the Nagare here in, simple meaning, in the town.
Saptam. Ramasya putra gramam gachanti.
Correct.
The sons of Rama go to the village.
Rama's sons go to village.
Rama's sons.
No, either have said, even that is correct. Apostrophe is used for living beings only, for human beings only generally. Rama's book we can't say. Then Rama's book we can say. But when you say color of the book, you have to say color of the book. You can't say book's color.
True.
For apostrophe can't be used for inert objects. Only for human beings or living beings alone. Say Rama's book we can say, or book of the Rama. There you can say either. But a color of the book you have to say, you can't say book's color. That's the Indian way, because we Indians, we come from our language, we say book's color. Book's color you can't say, color of the book. So apostrophe is used only for human beings or living beings only. But rarely there are apostrophe for some words somewhere. No, if they are there, rarely one usage that is taken as an idiomatic common usage, that is accepted. But in general rule, you can't do it as exceptional. If it is already there in a language, somebody used, some great scholar, then it is accepted as a standard usage. But as a normal rule, you can't accept it. I think this much English, grammar. That's okay.
Vaneshu Shvapadaha Santi. There are beasts of prey in the forest.
So, simple. Forest is in only, there is no among. Among is the special meaning.
Acharyaha Shishyanam Dharmam Kathayanti. The teachers tell the duty of the pupils.
Duty or duties.
Duties.
Dharma of disciple. Okay, duty of the disciple. Acharyas teach, tell the duty of disciples. Correct. Here of, Shashti is off only. Okay. Manushyanam agadena vyadhayo nashyanti. If you take it literally, how is the problem? You have to rearrange the words. True. Manushyanam agadena means with the medicine of human beings. You can't say like that.
I was confused here so much.
Manushyanam vyadhayaha agadena nashyanti. That's why I told it has to be rearranged in a prose order. Anvaya. Manushyanam vyadayaha agadena nashyanti. Otherwise, Manushyanam agadena. You can't do that.
The diseases of the people are cured by the medicine.
True. That way, correct. Manushyanam vyadayaha. The diseases of people nashyanti, perish with the medicine.
Cure and perish.
Perish with the medicine. Go away. Okay. Ramasya
Sarathihi Sumantro Vanam Ratham Nayati. So here you told for Naya.
Governs two Dvitiya Vibhakti. Correct. But true. But when you translate into English, whether it should be fourth Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti, according to English language, you have to use it. See, since it is a Dvitiya Vibhakti in English, you can't put Dvitiya Vibhakti in English because English follows its own grammar. Okay.
Rama's charioteer Sumantra leads the chariot to the forest.
See, chariot is a direct object. To the forest, we have to add it. To the forest. To the forest looks like a Chaturthi. To the forest looks like a Chaturthi. Yeah, correct.
Other type I have also translated. Sumantra, the charioteer of Rama, leads the chariot to the forest.
Both the way, correct. This is the thing. This is what I told you. In guide we have to write all these details. In guide we have to write these two. Sumantra, first we say Sumantra, the charioteer of Rama. Sumantra, the charioteer of Rama. Or the charioteer
Rama's charioteer Sumantra.
Correct. Rama's charioteer Sumantra. Correct. Is Sumantra. Here both the ways you can translate. That means English has two ways. Sanskrit, that follows. In Sanskrit also we can do like that. Sumantraha Ramasya Saratihi Athava Ramasya Saratihi Sumantraha. Either way you can use. Okay.
Chandrasya Prakasho jananam ahladako bhavati. The light of the moon delights the people.
Correct. Alladako bhavati is delightful.
Is
It delights andre you are using directly verb. Alladakaha bhavati.
Correct.
It is alladaka. It is delightful. It is delighting. Like that. If delights means the allada, you are using allada as a verb directly.
Correct.
Ahladayati. There is a verb, Dashamagana. See, Chandrasya Prakashaha Janan Ahladayati. There you have to see.
Okay.
If you use the verb directly, then Jananam Shashti can't be used. Janan Ahladayati. It delights people is different. It is delightful to the people. Shashti Vibhakti has to come. Jananam Ahladakaha. It is delightful to the, it is delighting to the people. Here you see, delightful here is pertaining to, belonging to, not possessing. See here, Jananam Ahladakaha. Jananam Ahladakaha is belonging, not possessing.
Not possessing.
It is Ahladaka to them. Okay. Prakashaha Ahladakaha. Here I told you. If adjective is written before the noun, but if the adjective is written after the noun, it becomes a predicative adjective. Adjective used as a predicate. I told you that Neelam Utpalam, like that, Neelam Kamalam, like that. So, Prakashaha Ahladakaha Prakashakaha. Delightful moonlight, delightful light. Now here I say Prakashakaha Ahladako bhavati. Means Prakashaka is Ahladaka. It's a predicative adjective. Adjective used as a predicate. Okay. Okay, next. Girishu.
Girishu vasanti simha. Lions dwell on the mountains.
Correct. Correct.
Arinam Sainikan Nripatirjayati. King conquers the soldiers of the enemies.
A king conquers. Sainikan, soldiers, correct. Sainikan, Arinam Sainikan, soldiers of, again related.
Soldiers.
Here you see, possessing, belonging or relating also related to. Allave. Related to also we have to say. Related to. In Chaturthi there is no related to. Avarige andre Shashti. Chaturthi Vibhakti means intended to him. He is the intention. But avarige andre illi related to. Related relationship is different from aiming a work towards. In Chaturthi aimed at. It is aimed at. Isn't it? ಹೂಗಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. He goes to the market and then fur flowers. Fur flowers means here that is a what is a purpose. A purpose aim is Chaturthi Vibhakti. But Shashti is relation. Possession, relation, belonging. Belonging is a relation only. So we can say related to, pertaining to, like that. So the book belongs to him, pertains to him, relates to him. Or he owns, possesses. He possesses, has, he has, or he possesses or owns, like that. All these. Because when you translate into English, these days if you learn Sanskrit is useless. You have to know equal English. Because people want you to express what you study in Sanskrit in English. But nobody expects you what you studied in English express in Sanskrit. What you have studied in English, you express in Sanskrit, nobody expects you. But what you have studied in Sanskrit, you should be able to express. Because people want, expressing in Indian language is easy in your mother tongue. But in English you have to express it. Otherwise, your all knowledge of Sanskrit is waste because people don't consider you as a scholar at all. Therefore, the exact idea, the idea has to how exactly you have to express in English, you have to learn. These days it has become necessary.
True.
English has become a what you call Vyavaharik language. Sanskrit is a Shastriya Bhasha. Sanskritam is Shastriya Bhasha. Anglam to Vyavaharika Bhasha. Communicative language. It is the source language, it is a translation or a communication. Commentating language. You have to comment, you have to explain in English, and the original should be in Sanskrit. We have come to mean like that. Then you should know exactly how to translate. Otherwise, I have seen people, Sanskrit scholars, they have studied English for their university studies. Sanskrit also they learnt. Then what is in your Sanskrit you express in English, they always find difficulty. The words they translate wrongly, one thing something else they express. I saw one professor, he is a professor, some big professor, retired professor. He took Swamiji's one Kannada book. He told he wanted to translate. He translated small booklets and brought. I found his English is good, but wherever he translates the Telugu, Kannada words into English, he always uses some wrong expressions, because the philosophical terms and expressions is not familiar.
True.
Because his English is only limited to his science, so he doesn't know the philosophical English. Therefore, those places I had to correct them.
Terminology.
The terms and certain expressions you have to use that. Next.
Yodhasya pano khangosti.
Khanga Allah. Khanga we have not studied. Where is Khanga? There is no Khanga word in Sanskrit.
Khanga.
Nor we have studied it. Is there Khanga? See?
Khadga.
Is it Khanga or Khadga?
Khadga.
What is the difference?
Khadga.
What is the difference between Khadga and Khanga?
Khadga is sword.
Haudappa meaning Allah.
Khanga.
Meaning.
Gaga. Niyavarte.
That's what I am telling. This is Khanga.
Khadga.
This is Khadga. Difference? Adu dot ide?
Swamiji illa nanu.
Then you can't pronounce Khanga. Isn't it?
True.
This is Ma, this is a Da. Okay. Therefore, when the letters are close, what contrasts them? What makes the difference? Pay attention to that. Both are Da. Both are similar. Then what makes the difference? One dot. Dot, no dot. Makes the difference. That you have to remember.
Okay. Yodhasya panau kadghosti.
Pano alla, panau.
Panau.
Panau means panau. Is there no difference?
Difference is there.
Then don't say pano. Yodhasya panau.
Yodhasya panau.
The pronunciation should be clear. Samskrita pronunciation is important. Phonetics is a Vedanga. Phonetics is a Vedanga. Shiksha is a Vedanga. Pronunciation you can't violate, you can't pronounce wrongly. You must pronounce correctly. Then only word is a word. If you pronounce something different, it becomes another word. Yodhasya panau.
Yodhasya panau.
Khadgosti. You go with your Sanskrit, go to the Shringeri Shankaracharya. Let me see whether he will listen to your word. He will make you shut your mouth. He won't allow you to read even the shloka if you pronounce so much wrongly. Okay. Read again.
Yodhasya panau. Khadgosti.
Khadgosti. That's all. Yodhasya panau khadgosti. Khadgo, you don't have to make too long. Khadgosti.
Khadgosti.
That's all. I is neither pronounced, we told it. Now, as if I indicating the khadgosti, you don't have to say. Because you are trying to indicate we already told neither pronounced nor written. Why try to indicate the khadgosti? You are trying to show the there. Khadgo is khadgo. Why make it khadgosti?
Khadgosti.
Ashte. Yodhasya panau khadgosti. Sandhi vichcheda when you do, asti separated. Okay. Now say.
Yodhasya panau khadgaha asti.
Hmm.
There is a sword in the hand of the warrior.
Correct. In the hand of the warrior. Okay.
Swamiji, panau.
Panav, Saptami Ekavachana. Panihi. Panihi Panav. Harihi Harau. What is the doubt? Meaning is Panav, Saptami Ekavachana.
Dhurjatau yatinam chittamasti. The mind of the ascetics is on Shiva.
Correct. See, yatinam chittam. The mind of the ascetics.
Of the.
On Shiva. Dhurjatau Saptami Ekavachana. On Shiva. Here on, not in. So far we have used in. Here it has come on. In, on, upon, all these things. Okay. The time is up. Okay.
Tomorrow.
Have you done?
I have done some 10 more is remaining.
We will do tomorrow. You complete remaining. We will do tomorrow. Have you seen that there is no medicine? You see in the book. In the book, the last towards the last. Not last. There is no medicine for a fool. Have you done translated that?
There is no illa.
Okay. That is a proverb. That is a proverb of what you call it. What is his name? Bhartruhari's Niti Shataka.
Oh, okay.
Sarvasya aushadhamasti atmadamane murkhasya nastya aushadham. The sentence means there is no medicine for fool. Murkhasya aushadham nasti. You have to translate it. But there is a shloka directly. Murkhasya nastya aushadham. Sarvasya aushadhamasti atmadamane murkhasya nastya aushadham. Anyway, we will see sometimes in that Bhartruhari's shlokas also. His language is beautiful. At the same time, we learn some Niti Shastra also. We will read.
Found it somewhere. The shloka from Niti Shataka shloka.
We will learn Niti Shataka also. First, let us finish the first book. Then we will learn the Niti Shataka. At the end of the book, we may take gap or weekly once. We will finish that 100 shlokas of Niti Shataka. They are very beautiful. Niti Shataka, even Vairagya also. Niti Vairagya too we can study. Adi Shungara Grahastha study. There is nothing in it.
I remember you taught me this. Keyuranina bhushayanti purusham
Harana Keyurana vibhushayanti purusham Harana chandrojjala Nasnanam na vilepanam na kusumam Nalankruta murdhajaha Vanyeka samalankaroti purusham Ya samskruta dharyate Kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam Vagbhushanam bhushanam. This is the beautiful shloka. See, Keyura na vibhushayanti purusham. Keyuras means you have this thing. They don't beautify a person. Keyura na vibhushayanti purusham. Nalankruta murdhaja. Murdhaja is hair. Alankruta murdhaja, the hair which is beautifully decorated also doesn't beautify a person. Nalankruta murdhaja. And then next. Keyurana vibhushayanti purusham.
Vanyeka. Swamji, Nasnana purusham harana chandrojjvala.
You skip the words I can't speak.
Keyuranina bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojjvala.
Chandrojjvala hara. Hara means the necklace. It's called Chandrojjvala. That Chandrojjvala hara also doesn't beautify. Na hara na Chandrojjvala. Nasnanam na vilepanam, cosmetics. Nasnanam na vilepanam na kusumam, not flowers and garlands. Nasnanam na vilepanam na kusumam.
Nalankruta murdhaja.
Nalankruta मुझे ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಓ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾರಾನ ಚಂದ್ರೋಜ್ವಲ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಲಂಕೃತ ಮೂರ್ಧಜ ವಾಣ್ಯೇಕ ಸಮ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಾಣಿ. ವಾಣಿ ಏಕ ವಾಣ್ಯೇಕ ಎಣದೇಶ ಸಂಧಿ. ವಾಣ್ಯೇಕ ಸಮಲಂಕರೋತಿ ಪುರುಷಂ. Only Vani, only speech alone can beautify a person. Vanyeka samalankaroti purusham ya samskruta dharyate. Yavadu samskruta mele adharavagide. Andre what depends upon samskruta language. A speech depending upon Sanskrit means the speech spoken in Sanskrit alone can beautify a person. If you can speak in a chaste, good Sanskrit, then you look really beautiful. The person becomes beautiful. Vanyeka samalankaroti purusham ya samskrita adharyate kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam. All other ornaments are become dull, dim or dull. They just get defeated. Kshiyante means they just get lost. Kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam. All other bhushanas are one day will fall off. Either fall off, or when they break, or they just lose that beautifying capacity. Then Vagbhushanam Bhushanam. Vagbhushanam alone is a Bhushanam which always stays with you. Vagbhushanam Bhushanam. That is Bhartrhari Shloka. Beautiful Shloka. So we will see Niti Shastra. 100 shlokas alone are beautiful. Both language wise and also meaning wise, both are very beautiful. We will see. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.